Dating as a leg amputee is a lot like dating with all of your limbs. A general waste of time, but I just have one less leg to escape from a bad date. I would just like to put a disclaimer out there that these are my experiences and opinions, and I don't speak for every single individual that has a limb difference. I've always been very confident when it comes to my lack of a limb. Most of my dating insecurities growing up were a lot like the average person. I never worried if someone would not like me because I was just missing a leg. That didn't ever really cross my mind until people started to ask me if that was something I was worried about. I was more worried about my laugh or how loud I was or not being thin enough. Although I am super open about having one leg, I choose not to show this on my profile on dating apps. Not because I fear people won't be into me, because I fear they'll be like, too into me. There are people out there that are attracted to amputees just because they're an amputee, and they're called devotees. Well, I've got nothing against this. It's all cool, do ya thing. I just don't want to only be liked because I have one leg. It's not the only part of my identity. Another reason I don't openly share this on my profile is because I actually like to use this as a screening scenario. If it hasn't naturally come up in conversation, then I like to show up to the first date in a dress. How a person reacts to it is not only pure entertainment for me, but it also shows you a lot more about their personality than you might be ready to take in. It's actually a great filter to find out if someone displays basic respect for other people, or if they're just a dick. What I'm looking for is to acquire the same reaction if I had told you that my favorite color is purple. Just like anybody else on this planet, I just want to be treated normally. My worst moment that comes to mind was in grade 9, and it was actually my birthday party. I can't recall how the actual conversation came up, but my crush was there, and he just flat out said to me that he would never date me because I had one leg. My first reaction was shocked and confused, and maybe even mildly upset. But my main memory was how surprisingly quick you can get over a dude. Absolutely, hands down my favorite moment was I was once with this guy who was just super thoughtful about it without even realizing that he was. Whenever I needed my leg for something, he would have already placed it directly beside me. When I told him how much I appreciated the gesture, he would just look at me confused, like it was as normal as handing me a glass of water if I was thirsty. It might seem small, but it's actually the small things that really matter to me. My most shocking moment was probably the time I met my talking match guy. If it's not clear to you yet, I talk a lot. But this guy would not let me get like a word in. For real. We are like 2.5 hours into this date and I've barely gotten 3 words in and I've only ordered a lemon water, which in itself should be a clear sign how I was just about to get up and walk out mid-sentence. But dude thinks he's cool for all these car accidents that he's been in. So I try and relate and tell him I was just in a car accident as well. But he cuts me off, points at my leg, and states how amazed he is that I'm walking so incredibly well for having just lost my leg a few months ago.
What?
Probably my funniest memories were going out to bars and the dudes are so drunk that they don't realize that the leg that they're groping isn't real. And I don't even realize they're groping me because I can't feel it. And I actually have to have a friend point it out to me for me to realize what's even happening. I also find it really funny when a dude does find out and then they say something like,
"Sweet, I've never had sex with someone with one leg before."
And then that statement continues to be correct. It is insanely odd to me how often complete strangers will ask me if I leave my leg on during sex. For starters, if you are not one of my people, this is a great example of an inappropriate question that you should probably keep to yourself. But also, do you leave your clothes on when you take a shower? Okay, yes. Some things about dating an amputee will be different. So, if you're interested in pursuing one, take notes. We've got a lot of doctor appointments that involve a lot of traveling and waiting around. If you want to come keep me company, that's cool. If you're just going to complain about how long they take, then please stay home. There's lots of awesomely badass people I meet during these appointments. They often inspire me and teach me really great life lessons. People stare. A lot. My ex used to get so mad that everybody was staring at him when we went out in public. I had to frequently remind him that his girlfriend only had one leg and that that's what they were staring at. His reaction actually bothered me more than the people that were staring and asking me questions. I am so used to curious people whenever I go out. I would rather people be open and ask. As the more I can educate people, the more society normalizes people with limb differences. Being a leg amputee and having to deal with Canadian winters is just a horrible combination. So I really appreciate when someone shovels the snow for me or clears my car off without me having to ask. I often forget that I have one leg until winter hits and makes me feel vulnerable to the one time a year I actually feel disabled. I am super stubborn and will almost never ask for help. I am extremely adaptable and independent, and I like feeling this way. So let the amputee decide what works best for them and support them in the way that they need it. Whether or not you are an amputee, if you have a funny or interesting dating story, please share it in the comments below. And until next time, my friends, know that I am sending you peace, love, and positive vibes. Bye.